Channeling Aleister Crowley. What is up, ALIENARMY? I'm Oculus, the alien next door, purveyor of esoteric lore. And on this channel, we discuss everything out of this world. Today's topic is one that I am super excited to talk about because it's been more than a year. Yes, one fucking year in the making. And that is channeling Aleister Crowley, aka my 4D daddy. So just before we get into this, I do want to say that my communication, I'd like to give a little intro on how each of the beings that I communicate with present themselves to me. What happened is maybe a year ago, I don't know, it was a long time ago, I was just chilling and Aleister Crowley came through. I knew it was him because
I have no idea. I don't remember. I just remember that I knew it was him.
He came through. He told me that I am a magician. I'm meaning me. And then he vanished into the fucking night because he is a motherfucking magician. And I had always been interested in the works of Aleister Crowley. He's just, in my opinion, he's a very good channeler. He is a master magician. That's how he presented himself to me yesterday. I don't know when this video is going to go up, but yesterday when I was full throttle channeling him as a master magician, just like when I was channeling Benjamin Franklin, he presented himself to me as a master mason. Fast forward from about a year ago, I don't try to bother or infringe on anyone that I channel. I just kind of let them know that I'm open to the experience, and if they want to come through, they can. If they don't, then they fucking won't. So I like it to be a mutual exchange. Anyways, in today's video, I wanted to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, and that is Mr. Aleister Crowley. Did you know that Aleister Crowley has a special connection to ancient Egyptian gods? If you want to know more about occult knowledge, be sure to check out books by Mr. Aleister Crowley, perhaps also even the Thoth Tarot, if that is something that is up your alley. Thank you, Mr. Crowley, for making this video possible. Now let's get back to the show. Fast forward about a year, he presented himself to me yesterday and I started channeling him. He gave me a lot of fucking good quotes. This man is a fucking poet. He came through and he was telling me about the art of MagicK. We are going to be talking about magics because the way he presented himself to me is a master magician. So if you want to find out a little bit more about magical workings, then stay tuned. Libra and Capricorn. This is going to be astrological based, and the reason why I am mentioning this first and foremost is because he wants me to let you know that the signs of Libra and Capricorn are very similar. This is why we have Capricorn is the higher octave of Libra. It seems very weird, but Saturn, which governs Capricorn, is actually exalted in Libra. The two of them are very similar. What they both have in common is their integrity. Capricorn's integrity is more about this is me, this is who I am. 10th house Saturn Capricorn energy is very into presenting things that they have experienced that are tried and true for themselves. Libra as the lower octave, it's a similar energy because they are all about the integrity of the presentation, and this is the reason why Daddy wants me to get into this, because in order to be a good magician, you have to present yourself with integrity. Capricorn is that earth energy. They have built it, they have experienced it, they have worked it, and now they have mastered the material realm in the earth element. They have already achieved it. But if you are in the beginning stages, you will be in more of the Libra stage. Now, Aleister Crowley, he is a Libra sun.
I think this is why he wanted me to talk about it.
We have a commonality with where our views on astrology are similar. Libra and Capricorn energy is very important to bring into it in your magic workings because Capricorn has already mastered it, but Libra as the lower octave version, and not that Libra or Capricorn or one is better than the other, no, that's not what I'm saying. It's just a more of a facade. It's more of a presentation, while Capricorn is more tried and true. I have already been there, done that. That is why it is earth, whereas Libra, it is air. So air is more malleable, obviously, because there is nothing solid. When you go into your magical workings, what you have to understand is that at first you will be portraying yourself ideally if you are operating from the Libran energy, because you might not not know everything about the magic. There's always stuff to learn, no matter how advanced you are, whatever, there's always something to expand upon. But when you are first getting your feet wet, you will want to embody the Libran energy, because this is giving a show. This is giving the audience a show. Even if there might be a lack of confidence on the inside and that you know what you're doing, you are eloquent, Libra, air, verbal, throat chakra. You smooth it over. You let the audience know, yes, I am doing this. This is what it is, even though the inside might be shaky, but you give them a good show. Libra is more about the presentation, and Capricorn is more about the knowingness after the fact of the presentation. But of course, the two of them can work hand in hand. Even if you have excelled at your magic or whatever undertakings you want to participate in, understand that the two of them are going to go hand in hand. The Libran energy is the presentation, even though there might be a wobbly shakiness on the inside. The presentation is always smooth. No one sees you sweat. The same thing with Capricorn. Capricorn is, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know what this is. I know what that is. You have all the elements at your table, at your fingertips, much like the Magician tarot card. So these two energies, if you want to begin on your journey of working the magic, what you do is you want to embody these two energies, because it's first talking the talk, then walking the walk. But the two of them also go hand in hand, especially if you're trying to attempt a new method of a magical formula, recipe, whatever it is. Then you have to know that you have to talk about it. You have to utilize spelling before the action takes place, because Libra, air, throat chakra, spelling, words, verbiage. Capricorn solidifies its earth. The decision. So this one, again, we're going to couple this with the Libran energy, because
he's a fucking Libra.
He wants me to understand and also to convey to you all that when we are deciding what we want, because a lot of times the magic and manifestation, it's very simple, but the crux of the matter is deciding exactly what you want and then going for it. The decision to create something, yes, you might know how to create shit all day long, all night long, whatever the fuck, but you have to decide what it is that you want. Because if you are, and this is again with the Libra scales,
if you are looking this way, if you're looking that way,
you're not really in that decisive mode where you are going to create, because your energy is going to be pulled in two opposing directions. That's why we have the Libra scales. If we want to harmonize this, we utilize Saturn, the earth energy. The way that you decide is what is feeling right after you arrive at true neutral. You have to look, write it down. I've done this many fucking times.
Ain't no shame in my game, motherfucker.
I've legit sat down, wrote me out a fucking graph. A graph.
I don't know what the fuck it's called, where you put like pros, cons, I don't know, whatever that shit is.
You write shit down, you do it mentally, whatever you do. You say, what is going to better me in this moment? Not saying that you can't manifest everything that you want, but in the moment, what if you arrive at true neutral, you decide which one in the moment is going to behoove you more so to participate in, to conjure up, then you do that and it will feel right. This is key to any manifestation, but it's going to feel natural. So if you had to sit there, you had to decide, the decision to decide is a decision in itself, because what you're doing is you are selecting from every possibility, but now you as the magician, you narrow down your focus towards one and then you concentrate on that. Because if you are concentrated over here and you're concentrated over here and you're trying to manifest both, one of the energies is going to inadvertently take up more of your attention. What I would suggest, what Aleister Crowley wants me to let you know, is that you have to decide first what it is you want. He is not saying that you cannot have everything that you want, but the first thing of utmost importance, however you arrive to that decision, what is going to set the tone for the other manifestations to arrive, you decide on that and then you hone in on that. It's like target practice. The magic sigil. So sigils should not be of any surprise with anyone who has studied the occult and things of that nature. The sigil is simply a design that you create in your mind, and it is meaning what you intend for it to mean. So a sigil can be something mentally going on within you. It can be a certain symbol that you draw or make on the computer. Whatever the fuck that shit is, your sigil is going to bind all of the elements. You want to think of the magician table. You want to think of the sorcerer utilizing resources. And then we are going to take one sigil that combines an element from all of the resources, and we are going to utilize it to act as a command to the universe. What do I mean by this? I will give you an example which Daddy showed me yesterday, and this was just something, you know, I'm just going to use a totally neutral random example. So let's say you want to manifest a new car, whatever the fuck it is, okay? It could be anything, but you want to manifest something. So you want to take in accountability all of the resources from your environment. The resources are going to be physical body, your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body, and your divine spark of inspiration. Now we have all of the elements: water, air, fire, earth. When we have all of the elements, that is going to comprise the sigil that we make, but it is going to be a specific sigil that is for us, by us. That is what we're doing, and it's up to you if you want to tell motherfuckers about your sigil, what they mean, what they don't mean. It's totally up to you. I'm not even going to go into that. But if you want magic to happen immediately, this is a sigil. You are going to design something in your mind. Perhaps it comes with a word, perhaps you draw out an actual symbol. Whatever it is, you want to make sure that every aspect of your being that I mentioned, thought forms, emotional body, physical vessel, and your spark of inspiration are all on board with what that sigil means. Then let's say you want the new car, you're trying to manifest. Whenever you call upon the energy of that sigil, ideally you will be able to do this only once, and you want to make sure that while you are calling upon the energy of your sigil, that everything that I just mentioned is on board, everything within you is on the same page. And then what he showed me, so let's say you want to manifest that new car, you thought of a design, you thought of maybe a word, a phrase, you have all of that in your mind, and you maybe are picturing what your sigil looks like. You don't physically have to have it in front of you, but you can even make a picture of your sigil in your mind, and then you perform an operation.
This is whatever. This is the best way I can fucking describe it, okay?
You perform an operation where, let's say you want to manifest a new car and you want that boom to be a command to the universe. You already have all the elements inside that sigil, and then you say boom. And you, as you clap, you think of your sigil, you maybe say that key word, that phrase, a name, whatever the fuck it is, whatever, you know, I'm not going to get into any specifics because it's going to be different for everyone, but you do that. So it might be a snap of your fingers. I don't know how to fucking snap my fingers.
And I don't give a fuck how to either.
So I'll just clap my hands, and then I'll think of my sigil or keyword, whatever that I have that's specific to that thing that I want to manifest. That is literally a universal command, and magicians know this. No matter what you're doing, sigils behoove you in the moment. They kind of speed things up, they percolate. The emotional body. So here's a really big thing that comes up in terms of being a magician. This kind of is branching off into general law of attraction, occult knowledge, things like that, but since he wants me to convey it to you, here we the fuck are. He wants me to let you know that there are different feelings that occur when you are trying to manifest. When you are trying to manifest, yes, your physical vessel, sure, it can experience feelings, but the feeling, when I'm talking about the emotional body in terms of manifesting, that's the subconscious mind. That is the fourth dimensional body that does not have a vessel, but it can affect your 3D vessel. When we are manifesting, the emotional body absolutely has to be on board. You cannot have any disturbances in your emotional body. You could be feeling really good physically, but if your emotional body is disturbed, which means that your emotions are running amok and they're carrying you away somewhere, you have to rectify that. The difference betwixt manifesting from the physical vessel, which you're consciously saying affirmations, or you're doing this, or you're scripting, or whatever the fuck you're doing, that shit ain't gonna go nowhere unless the emotional body is on board. You want to go in, you want to soothe the burn of the emotional body, because a lot of times when you are manifesting something as a conscious creator, the only thing that is stopping you is that 4D emotional body. It might feel like a sensation in your physical vessel. It might feel constricted, tight, burning, whatever the fuck that is, loss, regret, sorrow, but it's not your physical vessel. It's the emotional body that is influencing the physical vessel. So you have to understand the difference between these before you can proceed along to really manifest rapidly. Because if the emotional body is in some sort of state of disturbance, it's going to just come in as the subconscious mind, and it's going to override whatever you're trying to manifest. So when you are feeling a sensation in your physical vessel, like your chest is constricted, which a lot of times an anxiety can cause that, depression can cause like another sensation in the chest, whatever it is, you want to make sure that you nip that shit in the butt. But you have to go into the 4D aspect. You have to go into the astral realm and look at it the same way that you would, we'll take it here, your physical vessel. If you touch a hot stove, it's be like, whoa, but you're gonna jump away, right? Because that shit don't feel good. So it's the same thing with the emotional vessel. So if you're trying to manifest something and it feels tight, constricted, whatever, no, that's your emotional vessel saying you don't want to go there. That shit is gonna burn. That shit is gonna sting. Whatever the fuck that shit is, it ain't gonna feel good. And that is your warning sign that you are proceeding along a treacherous path, and for you to turn back. Because your physical vessel, if you are nearing a hot stove, you're gonna start feeling the heat in your body before you actually touch it. That's the same thing with the emotional body. So if you're thinking of manifesting something, but your emotional body, your 4D, that subconscious aspect of yourself, ain't feeling so jiggy, and now it's causing constrictions in your physical vessel, guess what, homie? You need to go in, you need to literally neutralize that, cool it off, and then proceed once you are neutral. And this is the most important thing. The emotional body has to be free of debris. It just has to be free and light and airy at true neutral. So if you're trying to manifest something, but you're having this weird feeling, like, and then, the thought produces a feeling, or the feeling produces a thought, those things are going on astrally. They're not necessarily going on in your vessel, but they are very important key components that you need to neutralize, you need to absolve in order to manifest whatever you want easily. Balancing the poles. Here's another one that I always go into a lot on my fucking channel, but we're gonna talk about it because Mr. Crowley wants me to. So here's a quote that he actually told me, and he said, balance the poles of deliverance, my child, and you shall always be free. Take with that what you want, but when he told that to me, I was like, okay, I understand exactly what the fuck he is talking about. And he also has this,
I think it's from the Book of Thoth, I'm not sure. I think it might be.
Either which way, he's talking about the axle moveth not, attain thou that. What he's talking about is being in the center, you actually being the crux of whatever the fuck is whirling and swirling about you. That might be a little chaotic, but you don't give a fuck because you are the crux. The crux are you. Balancing the poles means that you see the outcome of every single possibility. You weigh it out. You accept that every possibility might present itself. Now, what is probably going to present itself all depends on what you focus on. But no matter what is going on in your 3D realm environment, no matter what the emotional body is trying to do, no matter what the thought form in the astral body is trying to do, whatever all of that shit is doing, you maintain yourself. The axle moveth not. You are the balance of the poles, because you come in and you neutralize and you say, look, this might happen. Oh, that might happen. That might happen too. But you accept all of the possibilities. And in that moment, when you accept all the possibilities, you go through them with a filter. You go through them and they will present themselves, every possibility. It might be 2 possibilities, or it might be more than 2. I don't know, whatever the fuck is going on. There are multitudes of possibilities. But balancing the poles means taking a look, you as the observer, that yes, this can occur. How's that making you feel? Remember that emotional body shit? If it's making the emotional body become disturbed, probably not not the path you want to go on, but all of them are neutral. So what he wants me to let you know, Mr. Crowley, oh he's so holy, is that everything is neutral. Even something that feels like shit is fucking neutral. It just, I mean, it feels like shit. You know, you might not like that, right? You don't want to touch no fucking hot stove if you can help it, but it's neutral. It's just, are you going to carry that with you, or are you going to touch the hot stove once and be like, okay, you know what? I don't think I'm going to go there again unless I'm wearing my fucking oven mitt, right? That is what's going on. The way that he showed it to me, and this is discussed a lot too in reality creation content, but what he really showed me, I literally saw like a movie reel, and it's sort of like in combination with one of those choose your own adventure books, and this is about the different timelines, all of the possibilities, you remaining neutral, you as the axle moveth not. All of these timelines are actually possible. They might not be probable if you don't focus on them, but they are all neutral in nature. It's just a matter of what you choose you want to experience again. So if you choose that you want to experience, and I'm talking from, you know, the metaphor of the emotional body, right? If you're looking at every possibility neutrally and then you observe one, it's like watching a movie. Are you in the mood to watch a comedy that's you're gonna be laughing? Are you in the mood to watch a horror film where it's gonna be maybe a little frightening for you, jump scares and shit? Do you want to choose a suspense movie, a psychological thriller? Whatever it is, observe every possibility that is open to you now, but remain true neutral and say,
listen, I done got me my emotional fucking body on board with what I want to experience.
Because the emotional body too is neutral. It's just a matter of what more of the feeling of the emotional body you want to bring with you, because it's not going to understand logic. The emotional body is just going to expand on that which you are already feeling on the inside. So what type of movie do you want to experience next? Do you want to have a horror film? Do you want to have a comedy? Do you want to have dinosaurs flying in the fucking air? Whatever the fuck it is, you see them all as neutral. Even if you have inadvertently, maybe earlier along your journey, maybe you have chosen a timeline that felt like fucking shit, then you understand that you only progressed along on that timeline because of your attention, your focus on it. So maintain your true neutrality. You say the feeling has nothing to do with anything else. The feeling is simply an indicator of that which I am bringing towards me. It could be an uplifting elation type of feeling. Know that you're bringing that towards you because you might have been gazing at a fucking timeline that's going to cause you a lot of ecstasy. Sure, that's great. But if you're looking at something where you're going to be angry and hostile, and that's what you're feeling when you're gazing at that timeline, the angry, hostile timeline is not better or worse than the ecstasy-filled timeline. They are neutral. That is what he is saying. Mr. ALEISTER CROWLEY is saying every timeline is neutral. The ones that cause you happiness because you cause your own happiness, the ones that cause you pain because you cause your own pain, they're all neutral. To the universe, everything is neutral. That is why you must always maintain equilibrium and notice how the emotional body is producing whatever electrical charge it is, because it's all energy. Remember, it's the emotional body, it's not the physical vessel, even though the physical vessel is charged up with energy too, but the emotional body is more, it's a higher frequency energy than that of the physical vessel. So it's all about maintaining what charge you want going on within you. So if you like the feeling of touching a hot stove, by all means go ahead and continue that. But if you like the feeling like you're walking on fucking air, then you proceed along that. All of them are neutral in nature. It is you who places your projection on them based off of the way you feel, but all the feelings are neutral. Some might be lower vibrational, feeling like shit. Some might be higher vibrational, feeling like ecstasy. Everything the emotional body produces, you bear witness to it as the axle moveth not, attain thou that. They are all neutral. One is not worse, one is not better. They are all neutral. You understand that? That is the key to true magic. The illusion of fear. So here's something that I recently posted it on my Instagram, and it was just a quote that I pure channeled from
Daddy, so thank you, Daddy, for that.
And this is basically stating,
magicians never fear. They know that they create. And if they know that they create, they know that they may destroy as they see fit.
So along with that quote, now this is one that he was just like we were just going in, okay? Like we're just
going.
So the quotes that I was channeling, this is direct channel from ALEISTER CROWLEY. I'm just going to recite them the way that he gave it to me. It is the fear, the illusion of a trap. Yet there are no traps. There is only what you fear. When fear is disabled, that is when dreams come true. Fear is a mind virus attempting to infiltrate the software of the divine. And then I just wanted to like recite this last one. This wasn't directly from him. This was like me and him working together, like,
you know what I'm saying?
it's a poem, so here we go. The true magician, the master of their environment, knows how to fiddle with the illusion, to make it dance, to make it jump, to make it sing. The master magician knows everything. Okay, so thank you.
Thank you, Daddy.
With this being said, I don't know if they're self-explanatory. They are to me, but a lot of times when I receive messages channeled, sometimes I feel like I need to explain them, so I'm going to explain it just so we're on the same page. This is the main point that he wants to drive home, is that you are a true magician, so you know that you create as well, you know destroy, because everything is a constant...
I don't know what the fuck this is. Everything is a constant
Circle?
Yeah, so you're constantly, you know, you want to think of the snake that's eating its head, right? Everything is going on and on and on. In the moment prior to this, that moment is destroyed. In the moment that will happen 1 minute from now, that moment is brand new, so it is being created right now. If you want to think of it that way, the master magician knows that even if, let's say, earlier along in his journey, he created chaos, he also knows that he can destroy chaos. When you are perfecting what is going on within you, whatever the fuck you're achieving in your material realm, in your light body, whatever you want to do, know that fear is the only thing that is stopping you. You have created things out of fear. You have created things out of love, because if we want to take the two emotions, you know, fear and love, they're the big two in terms of emotions that humanoids understand. When you understand that you have created chaos, you understand also that you can destroy chaos, because nothing is ever solid. Everything moves, everything vibrates. That's from the Kabbalion. And the master magician knows this. The master magician always perfects that which he is attaining. He might be computing things in his mind. It's like alchemy. Magic is like alchemy. It's like, this produced that result. I don't know if I'm really feeling this result, but you know what? I can destroy that. I can wipe this experiment off the motherfucking table and I can begin again. This is always what ideally would be playing in the master magician's mind. Yes, maybe something you created, it didn't come out to your specifications, but you know that you created it, so you can destroy it too. You can dismantle any old version of anything that you want, as long as you are not carrying fear within you, because anything chaotic, anything lower density vibration, remember that emotional body sensation, if that is feeling low, if that is not feeling good to you, you understand that that is stemming from a fear. The fear is the virus of the mind, which tries to infiltrate the wisdom of the divine. The divine is always present to you. That's why all of the elements, all of the resources for the sorcerer are available. But are you focusing on the possibilities of creating something new, or are you focused more on the possibilities of things that you have been afraid of? Even past life shit. You could even have past life fears that have reared their ugly heads in your lifetime, in your physical vessel now, but they only came born of fear. And it's the illusion of fear that keeps motherfuckers stagnant, because they don't understand a lot of the times that they have created everything, and if they are the creator, they are the destroyer, they are the alpha, they are the omega. That is true magic. That is knowing that you are God. There is infinite intelligence available to you. Yes, I pointed at you, okay, because you got this shit. Don't let a motherfucker tell you different.
Oh, look at the 3D reality.
No, motherfucker. Whoever said that to you, they need to do some inner work. That's all I gotta say. Because the 3D, yes, I ain't gonna lie, it can be very deceptive, the illusion of the 3D, just because the ego is so attached to it. But when you are wielding your true power, your true magic, you understand, I am the creator, I am the destroyer. Yes, I did that, but I can remove myself from that. I can destroy that. I can blow that shit up. Transmute it, because it's all transmutation. You're not really destroying something, you're simply molding the energy into something that is going to benefit. It's always creating and destroying, creating and destroying. Understand that. Let go of the fear. Allow yourself to see the possibilities of creation in every moment. Even if you created something that you thought was magic and it worked pretty good, but you still want to tweak your technique, understand, yeah, you know what? I could destroy that and I could transmute it into something better. That is what he wants me to let you know about fear. That is probably the most important thing about it, because when you are truly a magic worker and you're following all the steps that I mentioned here, or you might have your own step, you know what I mean? It's just these are the ones that he conveyed to me. So if you have all of these on board, the only thing that is going to stop you from creating magic, from being able to perform telekinesis or electrokinesis or telepathy or whatever magical powers, which
they really do all exist, you fucking know that, but
the only thing that is preventing you is the fear, but the fear is the illusion. Remember, the magician is the illusionist. It's like, now you see him, now you don't. What is real, what isn't? Anything has the potentiality to be real, dependent on your focus and attention and intention on it. I think we'll leave that right there.
thank you, Daddy.
That's what I got for you today. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful stroll. Thank you, Mr. Aleister Crowley, for sharing your wisdom. I am Oculus, the alien next door. We will chit-chat again